Let's take attendance. Steve, here. T-Rex, here. TK, here. This is going to be the numbers episode. 55 degrees at 7:20 on 11/2/2022. I have so many numbers in my head right now. I don't know how I'm going to fit them all in or out. So the sun came up 2 minutes ago, and I can see it reflecting off the buildings in Howe's Neck and Boston. The wind is from the north at about 10 miles an hour. So this is fresh air from Canada on November 2nd. The temperature on Mount Washington, 33.7 with a wind of 68 miles per hour. It's not very cold air from Canada. Oh, there's a chickadee eating sunflower seeds. How am I gonna get the numbers out? Oh, he's gone. I was standing there yesterday and he landed right next to me. We did some mowing yesterday. All right, the numbers game. Going for 65 degrees in Boston today, running about 10 degrees above the climatological average for the first week of November. And it's going to get even warmer to 75 degrees Saturday and Sunday. There's the chickadee again. He loves these seeds. The weather in New England is just beautiful and quiet. Oh, did you see him? On November 2nd, in 1743, there was a partial eclipse of the moon, and Benjamin Franklin lived in Philadelphia, could not see the eclipse. Steve's trying to escape. He almost made it. However, his brother in Boston was able to see the eclipse. So Benjamin Franklin deduced that with a wind from the northeast and rain in Philadelphia, moving out and into Boston the next day, that there must be a counterclockwise circulation around low pressure systems with the surface wind different than the upper level wind, and he pretty much came up with the theory for how nor'easters form, among his many other skills, talents, and discoveries. Known as America's first weatherman. On this date, November 2nd, in 2009, is the last time the Philadelphia Phillies hosted a World Series game. And last night they won. And my friend was in Philadelphia and saw a rainbow over the Ben Franklin Bridge and said, there must be a pot of gold. I think the Phillies are going to win tonight. Good prognostication. She also shared a picture of the moon just below Saturn. It's the Beaver moon. It's full next week on voting day, election day, a week from yesterday. And tonight it's going to be between Saturn and Jupiter up in the sky, and we are going to be able to see it. Other numbers. Saturday, November 5th, at the Blue Hill Weather Observatory, where yesterday Matt Douglas shared this image of the foliage near peak. The observatory itself is still being rehabbed, but you can go up and watch the foliage, and you can stay home and join us for a webinar about hurricanes hosted by Kerry Emanuel from MIT. He's got his PhD, and he's been studying hurricanes and how they may be changing due to climate change. And David Valley, what it means for New England when we get our next Category 3 hurricane. And just so happens, we have two systems, potential hurricanes today. Lisa in the southern Caribbean, headed right across Belize into Guatemala and Mexico. and then probably dissipating in the southern Gulf of Mexico. And then there's Martin becoming a very high latitude hurricane, and the Euro takes Martin into the North Atlantic and deepens it to 936 millibars near Greenland. Just an extraordinary storm. Look at this map. This is a very high amplitude, crazy pattern. Ridging in the east, we're going to have record warmth here. Troughing in the west with a half a foot of rain at lower elevations in Washington state. Look at that plume of water coming across from just about Japan, across the entire Pacific Ocean into the Pacific Northwest, and that'll be many more feet of snow in the higher elevations, British Columbia and Washington. That snow is going to dig south all the way into California. I'll be in California this weekend, but at the shore, where it's going to be colder in Los Angeles on Sunday morning than it's going to be in Boston. How many other numbers? Distracted by the chickadee and Steve trying to get out and me forgetting to tie Rex up. I've lost track of everything. So in lieu of the Southern New England Weather Conference we usually have, you can sign up to join us for the Hurricane Conference at bluehill.org. Thank you, Matt, for sharing the images. I'm going to be in transit going to the Trojans game, University of Southern California, this weekend. So we'll see some California weather. It'll be interesting to see who's warmer, Los Angeles or Boston this weekend. Anyhow, next weekend, the sun's going to be coming up at 6:30, but going down at 4:30. So we'll have brighter out the doors, but it's going to be depressing in the evening. And there's still no snow in sight. Oh yes, and congratulations, Steve Wright and your team at J Peak Resorts. Now a Pacific Group ski resort, the sale being completed yesterday. You can see all those details online. I found this article in the Vermont Business Journal. I hope to be doing the forecast for Jay again this winter. All right, we'll leave you with some calm scenes of a sunset chase that T-Rex and I went on yesterday. And I hope I didn't leave out too many numbers. Disk drive full. I did leave out a couple of numbers. 4 foot 11 seconds is the swell height and period at Stellwagen this morning. So surf is up. And it looks beautiful for surf right through the weekend. Yeah, we're sunset chasing. I think you probably know where. Hey, T-Rex. Anything good out there? Always something good out there. I'd call that a successful chase, wouldn't you? Would you like to come out the door, T-Rex, for some weather and more? What do you see? Leash must be 6 feet long. Dreamy. We were hoping for the sun, but good enough.